Hi, it's Lenneke from Len's Crafty Life and welcome to part 3 of how to make an envelope folio journal. And again, this is my first time as well, so join along if you haven't yet, and or just, get some ideas, learn from the mistakes that I am making, since this is my first time doing this. But this is also a design team project for LineDotArrow. And I have used her pretty papers like these, and these are all from the kit from Threads of the Heart. Now this is also for a challenge that she has in her Facebook group. And these are her gorgeous papers, so do check out the links below this video to get these gorgeous papers, all with like a sewing theme. And you can see this is all made from envelopes if you haven't seen the previous parts yet. But join me along. So we've made some pockets. Last time we put in the journal part, the writing part, and it is attached to the outside, which is also a large envelope. So today we are going to make, I want to make like a little notepad that goes on here. Now I did mistakenly, or not mistakenly, I did not put this paper in the journal last time. I overlooked it, but on the other hand, I am happy I did, because I did want to use this particular paper, and especially this part, to make the front of this little kind of notepad to go in here, behind these little envelopes. So let me just see, I do want it to be covered behind here. So this is like a little notepad, kind of like with tearaway papers. So let's kind of eyeball it. I want it between my few, I think I am. I want it between the lines of this envelope. So I'll make a mark there. And I think I want it about this tall. So I'll make a mark there. So let's cut that. Ruler, knife, glass mat, or cutting board. My small cutting boards are all very blunt. Now, it's always good if you can find your mark. Yeah, it's right there on the leaf. You can hardly see it. Line it up carefully. And this will be then the front of the little notepad. Okay. There you go. Let's keep this. Can always do something else with that. And then just cut off the top. Let's line it up here. Save that as well. You never know, may come in handy later. So now I did collect like the papers that I didn't put in. You may remember, if you've seen the previous parts, that I had some extra of these papers: the red cabbage dyed paper, turmeric dyed paper, avocado dyed paper, and tea dyed paper. And I just want to use some of these to go in this little notepad. Now again, I'm not gonna measure this. For ease and speed, I'm just going to eyeball it, making it a little bit smaller than the outside. Just like so. And now I'm going to tear it. Hopefully it goes in. Ooh, it's a bit tough, but yeah, it works. 4 pages in one go. Oh, let's put those over there. And then again, let's tear off a little bit here. That was like so, because I'm right-handed. Let's save that as well. So then you've got like a nice selection of all sorts of different papers. Let's mix them up a bit. And then I do want to use some of this paper. Some music paper is always nice. They can, either, leave the notepad as is and write on it. And then on this music paper, they can always put like, a photo or something. Or they can use it, they can tear it out of the notepad and decorate the little or the journal with it. So let's put that in there. And this part I had left over of this page. You can remember if you've seen the previous part, this was on the top. So I'm going to put that in there as well, just as some decoration, and I will just fold it up. So, you know, whoever's going to get this can make a little pocket out of it if they glue it or tear away and use it somewhere in this journal. Okay, let's get it all lined up. Now I do want to make a little bit of a stronger back. Let's see what I am going to do, because I want to, what can I use to make it stronger? It's bright pink, quite nice. A bit too bright, that is. Do I have some card? I do have some cardboard. Sorry, I can show you. I've got this little kind of container with all sorts of leftover pieces and bits and cardboard. But I don't think there's a proper piece of cardboard in here that I can use. This is a bit small. No, it's too small. Too small. Okay, let me just grab a piece of cardboard. I'll be back soon. Okay, I found some cardboard. Actually, this is one of these boxes. This is what we have at Christmas and at Easter and any kind of other celebrating opportunities. So, but it has this nice kind of off-white inside, which is great. So let me just cut this to side again. I'll just make a little dot where I want it to be cut. Cutting knife. So this is just a bit sturdier. And just alongside here, straight down. Hope it goes through. Yep. Excuse me. And I will cover the back of this box, this piece of cardboard. Okay, let's see if it comes out. Yep, there you go. Okay, then I had the other side of this paper. So I don't know anymore how it was, but anyway, it belonged to this. So let's just cover that. I think like so. I like this actually. This with the alphabet. Maybe I'll just put the glue on. I'm using this all-purpose glue, which I get at the Action in the Netherlands, where I live. It's also available in Germany and in Belgium. But you can use any kind of glue for this. I do like this glue because it's not too, well, it is, of course, it's a wet glue, but it's not wet in the sense that it makes your paper ripple. So that's why I really like this. My favorite glue, very cheap. The Action is a very cheap shop, so well done, Action. No, I'm not getting paid for this. So I'll just pop this on. This one with this kind of wet glue. You do have a little bit of wriggle room. Okay. Okay. Oh. Just a little bit like so. Now I will use my ruler, even though this is a little bit of a thicker cardstock. I will use my ruler because experience has taught me that you may cut through the cardboard anyway, even though it's thicker. Yeah, I already have a little bit of here of the cardboard, but that's okay. Right to the top. and then over here. Like so. Now this part I'll just leave white. I think I'll use this pretty part on the inside. Now this was the cover, and these were the inside papers. Of course you could use the pretty side also on the outside here, but you're not really gonna look at the back that much, are you? Now you are gonna look inside, so then you see this with the pretty paper in the back. So that's what I like. Now let's get it all lined up. I think I will staple this, and then I may put some ribbon over it to cover the staples. I think I'll put 3 staples in. There you go. And that's your little notepad. So let's put that inside. And I do want to make some kind of like well, almost like a belly band that will keep it in place. Oh, that goes quite nice with that paper, doesn't it? So for that I will use, I think, a little strip of this, or shall I use this? This, I think. No, this is too thick. Okay, this is a bit thinner. And I will make it a little bit wider so you can see. Maybe let's get that out of the way. Because what I want to do is basically that it will go slide in here. This goes around, and then I'll glue the back basically. But I don't want it this wide, so excuse me. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4¼ is kind of like the width of the notepad, and I'll take just 1 inch on both sides. That should do. And where's my ruler? Here's my ruler. So I'll cut that off. And this I will cover with the pretty paper. And how wide shall I make that? I think 1½ inch. 1½ inch should do. 1½ inch. Now I will cover this with some not you, but with this pretty paper, and I want it to go all the way around. So maybe I'll use the Scotch glue stick. Let's get my glue book for gluing. So you can go all the way to the edge without getting it all over your work surface. And now I'll pop this in the middle. But I will do it all the way to the edge over there. Stick that down. Cut it off. Oh, it's not totally in the middle. There you go. Now I will fold it over. You see, this is always handy to keep like the little leftover bits and pieces. Where's my bone folder here? Make a sharp edge. Fold this over. Now this will be the back, so you will not see that pink piece in the middle. You won't see that. So I'll just pop a bit of this glue. And I'm smearing it out with the sides all the way to the edge. Stick it down. Same on the other side. Smear clear it out. Stick it. Okay, so, and now, excuse me, I'll move it over. I think I'll pop it here on the top. It's always handy to kind of measure it out, so that's why I'm doing it over the back of the notebook, so that I won't make it too tight or too wide. Now this is what I'll stick down. Now for this I have some strong tape. Of course you can do it with glue as well, but it will take quite a bit of time to dry, so I'll just put on this double-sided tape to speed up the process of sticking it down. And I got this tape basically at a craft fair. You have it in different colors. There's also a blue one. The blue one is even stronger than this red one. Now the tape isn't red. You'll see when I take off the red part. But it's just, you know, the different colors kind of tell you the strength, how strong it is. Okay, I'll just go over it just to make it stick really well, that when I pull up the red cover, you don't pull up the tape itself as well. There you go. You see, so the tape itself is just transparent. Yep, I think I was pulling up the tape there. Yeah, there you go. So now I'm gonna put it down. I think I pop it all the way up. I'll see that it is in the middle of this bottom envelope. And also kind of in the middle over here of this page. Yeah, right about here. Oh, now it's stuck to my fingers. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Okay, there you go. Now I'll take out, so you can take this out, leave it in and use it as a notepad, or take it out. So now you can slide it out. Use my bone folder to stick it down well. And this one. Okay, so that even, you know, when this notepad, when you've used it all, you can always, you know, put in a new notepad. So this is the back. Let's put it in. Oh my goodness. It always is harder on camera. There you go. It's sliding in. It is tight, but not too tight. So this we will cover later, because I don't have any fabric or trim on hand yet. We'll do that in the next session. So there you go, little notepad. And what I also want to do is to make like a closure here. Oh, now you can perfectly see that this is not in the middle. Okay, never mind. It's all handwork. That's okay. So I want to make a closure with, these are some of the tags that are in the kit. So I've cut them all out and I have inked them on the back with partly printed on. But I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately, so I printed right ways up instead of, you know, horizontally instead of vertically, or the other way around. So it didn't print the background. This is like my own no, not true. My own avocado dyed paper, which I scanned and printed on the back, but it didn't go to the edge. So I didn't want to waste this page, so I thought I can ink around it with a vintage photo. And I am going over it a bit to make it blend in a bit more. So then you ink the edges. So this is what I've done with the other tags, so they are ready to go in the journal. But I want to use 2 of these tags to make a closure for this envelope / notebook part. Well, let's put the lid on before it dries out. So now I've done that on all of them. So let's decide on which we will use. Let's cover that as well to make the closure. So I want some that go well against the background here. Now they're all coordinating colors. That looks nice with the flowers, isn't it? Because that all has flowers. This is covering her face. May need to make it shorter then, if I don't want to cover her face. Or this with the scissors, but there's scissors on there. No, that's too much scissors. I think I'll stick with those, or the blue. Do we have another blue? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 tags. And I think I'll go with these. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now, so I do need to cut off quite a bit because this will flap around. I'll show you. I will show you. So it needs to go wider than the envelope here. Maybe I'll make a mark here. And this one again. So this will be going like till here about. Let's see if it's kind of like almost the same. Yeah, pretty much the same. Okay, so I will cut it. Maybe I'll do that with scissors. Should be able to cut a straight line. Okay, keep those. Then, so what I want to do is basically do this behind, also behind the notepad. Hope you can see that. So I'm just pulling up the notepad, go behind it, pull it, push it down, and then use this as the closure. I'll do the same over on this side. So put it upside down, so you have the pretty side on the outside. So I'm just pulling that up, sticking this behind. Now I'm not going to stick this to the notepad. I'm going to stick it to the envelope. Make sure it's the same height. Maybe I should put it a little bit higher, because this is supposed to keep both envelopes shut. Now I can't push them any higher because I'm hitting the kind of the belly band from the notepad, but I think this should just about cover it. Yeah. Okay. So what I want to do now is make, oh, let's do this straight. This is a bit wonky. We don't like wonky things. Let's do it straight. I do want to punch a hole. So I have my crocodile, and I will take the large hole, the 3/16 of a hole, and I make the hole. Where's the hole? Here's the hole on the top. Where's it coming out? It's coming out there in the middle. Hope you can see that. Is in the middle. Yeah, about there. So punch the little hole. Let's do it again. I could have put them on top of each other, couldn't I? Oh well, there you go. Another little hole. Let's get these out of the way. Then I want to put in the one of these. Let's see if this is the right size. I thought it was. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so then over here you can push it together, and this is all, if you don't know it, this is all it. This one has a number 1 and then a 2, a 3 and a 4. Now number 1 corresponds with letter A on the top side, and that is for the 3/16 eyelet. So the little thingy that's sticking out, you put through the top, so through the pretty part, and then stays in. You, oh goodness, I was having it on its side to show you. Okay, and now it should go in. There you go. So, and that is one. There you go. Let's do the same on this side. Put it in. Yep. Okay, let's put this over here. And this can go over here. Now I'm gonna glue it. I'll probably use the tape again, the strong tape, because I do want this to be stuck well and not move. I always use this tiny little pair of scissors for this tape, because a little bit of the sticky residue will stay behind on the little scissors. So if I used my scissors that I used to cut paper, then my paper will get stuck to the scissors at a certain point because of the residue that stays behind from cutting tape. So I keep these especially for cutting tape. And once in a while I do clean it. Okay, that should do. Bone folder to make it stick well. Now, if it doesn't work with your fingers like so, you can always have like a pokey tool, and I've seen people kind of poke in the top, the edge. I always find that harder than using my nails, but yeah, there it comes. There it comes. You see, that works as well. But for me, my nails always work well, so that's why I always use my nails. Okay. Now, this will stick straight away, so got to be careful to position this right in one go, because you cannot really wriggle it around. Now, here you can see kind of like that belly band, and I want it all the way to the top, to that belly band, but I need to have the fold around that bottom envelope, like so. There you go, that's one down, one to go. Let's do the same on this side. And so shove it to the top, to the notepad belly band kind of thingy, and then to the edge of this bottom envelope. Hopefully it's in straight. There you go. No more room to wriggle it about. It's done now. Can't move it. So there you go. And now we can put a bit of string through these holes. And shall I just use this string? Maybe for now I will, so you can just see the effect. Maybe I will use a different string later, but then I'll have to, or a ribbon even would be nice, but just to show you, I don't have those on hand right now. So you can just poke these through the holes, and this one, and then make a little bow. Maybe I've cut this too short. Oh no, not too bad. So there you go. Yeah, I'll put a nice ribbon or something through it, something nicer. But then at least when you open this, that will all stay put, so you don't get kind of flapping envelopes all over the place. So there you go. Anything else I want to do in this session? Maybe I'll leave it at this for now, because we've done quite a bit. Or shall we just cover the inside? I think I will. Okay, last thing for this session, for this part, I did take out some pretty music paper. And it doesn't really matter what part. You can use any paper that you like, but I like the music paper. I'll take out 2 pages. Because I do want to cover the inside of this envelope. Now, let's see the width. Width is pretty good. What if I... Well, you could, if you wanted to. Yeah, maybe I will. Seeing that this is almost the how do you say, the depth of the envelope, which goes all the way to the spine. Let's see if that fits in. If this fits in nicely, I'll just keep it like this. And then I'll stick it down. And then you've got a very nicely covered envelope. I will. Ha ha ha. Perfect size. Absolutely perfect size. Like that. Okay. Now, since I want to have wriggle room, do I want to use this side or do I want to use this side? This does have a bit of stain on here, but this is all original staining, so adds to the character. Plus I like this on there, so I'll use that at the inside and this as the outside. Bone folder, make a sharp crease, and I'll just put it on. Well, that was great. This is absolutely the perfect size. Now, of course, you know, if you don't have paper that is the perfect size, then, you know, you can always cut it to size, of course. Now I will, a bit of glue on here. Don't want that to be on the inside. Just put it on here. I will do the other side straight away, because of course I cannot reach that once I am putting this in the envelope. And maybe actually I will use a bit of this glue as well, because I really want this to stick all the way to the edge. Okay, let's move it over. Don't put it in your gluey bits. Because I don't want to just use this, because then I don't have a lot of wiggle room. So hopefully the combination of the 2 glues will go well. I'll just stick that shut so that I won't use that page again. Okay, now I've never done it like this. Oh, help. Okay, so hopefully it will wriggle and move as planned. Yeah. Oh dear, come on. Yeah, there is a slight chance I'm ruining this whole project right now if it doesn't want to wriggle all the way. You have to wriggle down. Well, if it doesn't want to wriggle all the way, what will happen is that this pocket will not be as deep, and I'll just have to cut off this part, which would be a shame. I think now I know why others do this beforehand. They cut open the envelope, cover the inside, and then stick the whole envelope together again. Of course, I was too lazy to do that. Maybe next time. Okay, don't do everything I do. You know, you don't have to do it the way I do it. Yeah, but it's going. It is going. You know, as said, this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning. Okay, got lots of glue now on my fingers, but this is very easy glue that comes off. I hope I'm still in focus. Okay, how far did I get? Not bad actually. I think I got there. Okay, let's put it down. Let's move it up like so. Turn it over. Push it down. Ha! Actually, it did work. It wasn't the easiest technique, but it worked. So I think what I will do next on the other side, look, pretty. There you go, that was the idea. Now I have an opening here on the back as well, on this flap. Want to do the same. Now I will this time not use the glue stick because that prevented me from wriggling it as much as I wanted to. So maybe I will use that at the very last minute when it's actually already in, just on the top. Now again, I like this side. Want to be able to see that. I think I'll pop it like so. Now let's first try it out, see if this is the right size. It should be, since this book should be the exact same size as the other side. Okay, it's a bit less deep. Oh yeah, that's because I cut off a bit. Okay, let's cut off a sliver, or should I do that at the, maybe I'll do that last. When it's in, I'll cut it off. Yeah, because then I know it's the right size. Okay, this time I will use just this glue. And I'll use this glue to go all the way to the edge, because with this glue I do have some wriggle room. You see, it's all about the glues. What glue you use, every glue has a different purpose. And some glues are easier to use on some projects than others. So, okay, I'm using the side of the tip of my glue now to get it smeared out all the way to the edge. And I'll do the same on the other side. Actually, could as well have put it open. Turn it around. Okay. Good. Because I do like this glue. This is my favorite glue. But especially like if you want to do decoupaging with napkins, then a glue stick is very useful. Okay, I'm just smearing it out to the edge all the way. Now, of course, this will get on my fingers, but that's okay. Okay, let's take it up. Move this out of the way. Fold it over. Make sure I wanted the sonatina on the right side. And now, let's see if this goes easier. I hope so. And if not, then we know. Let's see if we can slide this in. Okay, I'm trying one to keep it open a bit more. Still not easy because it's very a tight fit. Now I've got all this glue on my fingers. Maybe if I do it like so, it comes off of my fingers. Yeah. Let's see if I can push it in with my hands. No. Okay. Okay. No, this is not a successful technique. Maybe next time just cut open your envelopes in the very first start. Now, fold it a bit like so. And now fold it open. I've got to push it to the side. You're probably thinking, no, don't do it that way. It's not going to work. Okay, well now I know. Thanks for telling me. I have to move it up a bit. Okay, push it down. Good. I think this is good enough for me now. Let's get the glue of my fingers. Okay. I think I'll leave it at this. It's not in totally straight, But to be honest, at this point, I don't mind anymore. It's a beautiful pocket. Let's push it down. I'm just happy it's in and I didn't ruin my whole album. Okay, now there was a bit of glue there. Let's get the glue off the work surface. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera by doing this. Okay, I'm lining it up. And now I'm gonna cut off the excess. And then nobody knows I've been doing it this clumsy way. But you know, I did tell you it was my first time. I'm learning. At least when you see me making mistakes, you don't have to make the same mistakes. So that's part of the purpose of this video. Okay. There you go. Still some glue. Let's get the glue off. No more glue on the outside. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, I'll just rub that off. This is great glue also for this. If there's excess, you can just rub it off. So, ta-da! Beautiful pocket. Lots of space to put your thingies. So, this one does go over here. So for now, for this session, we'll leave it at that. So we've covered the insides of this pocket and of this pocket. And this pocket was already covered. And this is inked, so that does not need covering. These are inked, and we made the flaps here, and we made the little notepad. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this and hope to see you again in part 4. Okay, bye-bye.